So we're going to hop on over to that. Sham2 and FCJ here for the Road to BlizzCon. Game number 2 of this series. I mean, Ascent is looking strong. We'll have to see what they draft.
I'm really curious to see what they're going to be drafting as well. Already, first picks, first bans coming out there from Ascent. They ban out the Malfurion. They banned this out in game number 1 against their previous opponents, the Great White North. So curious to see why they really hate Malfurion that much.
I think it's just, again, like the mind games of we could actually force you out of all the supports. Because with a ban and you go for 2 picks here, you can easily ban out on your second ban phase, which is something of a little bit of a danger.
It's true. It's true. You can always be very, very aggressive with your support pickups. You can go for the Rhaegar and Uther, and all of a sudden, Hardcore Caravan's like, well, I guess we get Lily.
Yeah, well, so far, Ascent's like, I guess we get Jaina, because she has, I think, been our first pick in every single game today. But Kelta's going to follow that up, and very quickly on his heels was Johanna here as well. So remember the banning of, well, it doesn't quite work with July, but Rhaegar, Malfurion, oh, they're going to take the Tyrande here. You can't ban out all of them now.
And that's going to be... I mean, forcing them into the Uther is actually a pretty nice thing. Again, if Hardcore Caravan doesn't actually see this coming, and they don't ban out Sylvanas, Ascent picks up Sylvanas, then all of a sudden, if you're starting to really burst something down on Hardcore Caravan, and you're afraid that Uther is going to throw out a Divine Shield, Wailing Arrow on the Uther, now he can't do anything. So I'm curious to see if Ascent is going to pick up that Wailing Arrow.
Well, with the Mirrodin ban, Hardcore Caravan saying that they are going to be targeting out the tanking here. Ascent will actually ban out the Uther.
Yeah, and so
who's left?
Lily or Brightwing?
What did I tell you about taking a support first round?
Yep. It's one of the interesting things about having to deal with, you know, this new meta where Brightwing just doesn't exist anymore.
In NA, she's actually still played in Europe a bit. She's not a first pick potential.
Europe's play style, especially their meta, is a lot less heavy engagement like NA is, so they do a little bit more skirmishing, and I think Brightwing is still okay there. But for NA playstyle, it doesn't really work out so well. So right now, Hardcore Caravan, they're delaying the inevitable. They're like, you know what? We'll decide last pick. We'll decide later.
In before Brightwing pick right here.
Oh my God, Brightwing Lily. How funny would that be?
Brightwing Illidan or Brightwing Butcher. I think could go a really long way right here.
Brightwing Lily, and they would just never die. No, but Ascent is gonna pick up that Tyrael.
So in SCA region, I've been watching some of that. Babelcast has been doing a bang up job for what he has to work with out there. In the Southeast Asian scene, Brightwing is actually first pick material this meta.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So Europe still plays it. SCA loves it. NA doesn't exist. Yeah, it's always interesting to see the clash of the regions, and that is exactly what BlizzCon is set up to be. And that's why we have these big qualifying tournaments, because a lot of teams are going to be bringing their playstyles from their regions to bear in November in California on stage in front of hundreds of thousands of worldwide viewers.
Yeah, I'm very excited for all the international tournaments coming on up. Oh, Jester, I'm just getting the shakes already. I'm just international LAN tournaments. Please.
Now the big thing is, will Sham2 return to host?
Oh, who knows? Who knows what'll happen in the future?
You have my vote, sir.
Oh, thanks. Well, maybe I'll be casting, maybe I'll be hosting. We'll see exactly what happens. But let's talk about other things that might just catch us all a little bit off guard. We see a Sonya pick for Ascent with the Tyrael. We saw this in ESL.
We've seen this in ESL. We've seen this in Stormgrounds. Sonya has kind of played out like a melee assassin in this regard. And with the lack of healing kind of coming out here from Hardcore Caravan, it's going to be Warpaint, focused attack, follow through, and then from there it kind of differs. It depends on. I mean, we kind of know it's going to be a Brightwing here, and it has to be a Brightwing blink heal to boot as well. Oh, I should probably put Sonya on the Sonya on the thing. Derp Jester. But the Sonya is very much going to be played out as a melee assassin. She's going to look to be the poor man's butcher or the new Zeratul, kind of depending on how you kind of think about it.
Right. And she seemed to be doing a pretty good job in both of those games. Kappa Wolves were able to win that game against probably the higher seeded team. Who are they going against? Blessed? No.
Who?
Kappa Wolves versus Tuark. Tuark is definitely the higher seeded team, and they were able to pick up that win using this Sonya composition. So against a Brightwing, though, polymorphs.
That Brightwing, man. So we do have a lot of stones. We do have the polymorph. It is something Sonya will have to keep in mind. Will this be a spell shield at level 13? Will it be the Mystic Flare? Not Flare, the Mystic Spear. Not entirely too sure, but remember, we also have a lot of control available with Ascent. We're going to have Tyrande to set up with stuns, and we're going to have the Judgment coming in from Tyrael. Could it be a Sanctification Tyrael? I don't think so, not with this build, but either way, I mean, even if Sonya takes the brunt of the damage, Jaina is going to be in the back line, just delivering so much damage.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, even if they focus on the front line, that back line is still going to be able to do so much damage to them. So it's a very, very difficult engagement for our friends here at Hardcore Caravan to have to deal with.
All right, so once more, Sonya coming into the fray. Tomb of the Spider Queen is a very engage-heavy map. Collect the gems, turn them in, and summon the Web Weavers. And so far, Ascent has been undefeated on stream in their 2 rounds of games. If they make it into the top 32, I believe they've secured themselves some prize money in terms of Battle.net credit.
That they do. I believe it's $300 worth of Battle.net credit for that $200 of Battle.net balance. So $200 split between 5 people, $40 each. That's a lot.
That's the Butcher combo. That's the Leoric combo, possibly even the Monk combo.
Yeah, right. That's a couple of combos put together. So a great amount of money is on the line here if they get on into the next round. But they're already down 1-0. On the left, we've got the Hardcore Caravan.
Yep, Urar, Halen. Where's Jammin? Halen beat Jammin there with Ryleth. And, of course, Tonren into the top. It does not look like the Death Ball is going to be coming out to the mid, but the opposing team definitely sitting nice and close quarters there.
That's right. We've got Ascent. We've got Subs on that really cool Barbarian skin, the new one. Parakletos on the Tyrande, Emperor on the Tyrael, Mr. Tobacco on that Rhaegar, and running it down the bottom is Zevil on Jaina.
So Subs has shown us, Parakletos has shown us the Falstead, now double Tyrande. Subs went from Abathur to Sonya. Definitely seems to be a bit more of the flex player of the group, but level 1 talent's coming out. It is going to be Zevil up against 1v2. Zevil hasn't actually picked that first round talent, would you believe? But there's the Endless Fury. It's not going to be Warpaint. So I'm curious if this will be actually a different Sonya build than what we've been seeing in the past week.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty different talent pickup. I don't think I've really seen Endless Fury picked up too often. But I'm very interested to see how that's going to operate. Tonrin now coming in here for a little bit of an engagement on the Tyrael, but nothing really too crazy going to happen.
Bottom lane, the gank actually did get defeated out by Sonya. The Blizzard just did not hit from Zevil whatsoever, so it's not exactly going to be the biggest of damages. I don't think Jane... Okay, Jane just took his deep chill right there, so it's a little bit late to the table. Ranger's Mark coming out for the Tyrande. It's not going to be the Seasoned Marksman that we saw a little bit before. Tyrael with Regen Master, the Bug actually with Regen Master into the top, and looks like that's going to be a double tank gank on top of Tobacco, but it's, Jaina actually going to drop in the bottom.
Yeah, very, very nice engagement there. Halen just barely getting away from the might of Subs' Barbarian, but that is a good pickup for that first blood. You know, already we were saying that they're in a little bit of a rough spot having that, but oh man, they actually might be able to pick up Subs here as well. Good amount of damage. That's going to be a double kill there in the bot lane. A very good rotation there from Parakletos, though, to make sure they still pick up that experience.
You know, in any of these lanes, Sonya doesn't really get a huge amount of value. As a pick, I mean, we have Gravity Lapses, Polymorphs, Stun. It's really the only person you can kind of safely go on is Vala, and that might change after level 10 if she goes into the Reign of Vengeance.
Yes, and that's going to be... Ooh, man, that Vala with Reign of Vengeance is going to be very scary to deal with. However, Rhaegar can pick up Cleanse in order to hopefully keep that Barbarian on the run, but we'll have to see. Good amount of damage going in there on Ryleth. Does the very smart maneuver of not running into the Blizzard, and in fact they're going to pick up a kill on Zevil here.
Yeah, this is actually the first time we've seen a bit of a shaky start here from Ascent. That's going to be Gravity Labs on top of Emperor, and Tonra not quite able to follow that up. Vala's already gone home. Jamin is now going to be looking to escape home there as well. Don't know why he hit the sippy cup. He's just going to immediately back out. But at the same time, this is the first time we've actually seen the shaky start.
Yeah, and they're doing really well in terms of just... I'm sorry, I should say... Hardcore Caravan is doing really well in this game number 2. I mean, game number 1, game number 2 looking pretty good for them so far. 3 kills, a little bit of an experience lead. Oh, wow, gem lead as well. I was saying that their gems were a little low, but I didn't notice they actually were turned in a lot too.
Yeah, they've already put in 22. 29 left is still in the bank. So, I mean, we do have enough to threaten a turn in, but it doesn't seem to be a big priority as of yet. Level 4 talents are here. Level 6 now actually achieved for the Hardcore Caravan. And a multi-shot build, something I want to look at, though, is what is Brightwing going to be going into? Hyper Shift, it seems to be kind of the default level 1 now. And now Manic Pixie. So anytime you heal someone with Soothing Mist that has a Pixie Dust, is obviously not 30 over 4 seconds, but it will be a scaling a little extra hot on top of them.
Yeah, and that's going to be a very nice way to supplement the fact that you don't have a ton of burst healing. Getting more and more of those Soothing Mists out there, especially since they changed a little bit of how that works. But you are getting engaged upon pretty harshly here by the 4-person collapse by the Ascent. Are they going to be able to get out of here, though, as the reciprocating 4-person attack comes on in here? Yeah, they will be able to back up. So they're not going to lose anybody. They will pick up a kill, though. So that's good for them. They did at least level this up a little bit, and actually now going in here on Halen, Heracleitos and Emperor trying to get that, but oh man. It's a really nice back and forth going on here between both these teams. Level 7, just so close for both of them as well.
Yeah, Sub's finally coming down from that top lane. He was actually soaking up there, which is why you see now the catch up there in the experience. Everybody else was at bottom, but it's not going to be quite that turn in yet. 58 gems here on Ascent. They cannot afford to kind of lose anybody here.
Yeah, they have to make sure that they've got everybody alive. Tonrin taking a huge amount of damage. Actually looks like he's going to go down.
Brightwing
so
too.
3-3.
Yeah.
Ascent bringing this back up.
Zevel chased down the Brightwing. The rest of everyone there, as you saw, body blocking out. Johanna, big flame strike. Oh, you do not want to be there, Kale. Big spear from Subs and that seismic slam in order to capitalize there on that takedown. Level 8. All of a sudden, Ascent is just like, all right, we got the jitters out of the system. They're back in front.
Yeah, they're playing this super well now. I think they realized that Zevel was going to be a huge liability.
Tyrael, please. You're level 7, Tyrael. What are you doing?
I don't know. Oh my god, hasn't picked up a single talent since level 4. Is he hiding something?
He hasn't clicked the button since level 1.
Yeah, so level 4, level 7 hasn't picked up a talent yet.
Oh man. Either way,
interesting.
Blue Web Weavers are going to be coming down, and not quite the pickup there on Mr. Tobacco, but back to the Sonya. I mean, I expected the Warpaint. She has the Endless Fury instead, but it is still focused attack and follow through. With this comp, are we actually going to be looking for the leap to go with the Judgment for the dive, or is this going to be a Wrath of the Berserker for that disable and 40% extra damage?
I think Sub said, you know what, if I can't play Zeratul, then I'm going to play Barbarian exactly like Zeratul. And I'm just going to absolutely bypass attack. Yeah.
Well, somewhat popular. Maybe not.
Yeah, not like 100% pick ban, but it's getting a little bit more noticed. All right. Conrad now going on here. Web Weavers have come out here for, of course, the Hardcore Caravan, and they are putting in a good amount of hurt on this mid lane. They've got their bottom and their top still pretty well. Actually, no, the bottom lane looks like it's going to clean up really quickly once Seven goes down here.
So you mentioned a little bit earlier about cleanse on the Rhaegar. Goes for the Earth Shield. So there's no cleanse available for the team. So it's like, if there's not going to be any cleanse, it's going to be a shield comp. We'll have to see if that works for this next engage. But as well, look at Tyrande. Focused attack to go with that ranger's mark.
Yeah, so definitely going for just a lot of that damage. You are taking a huge amount of hits. It is going to go down here. Level 9, so close here for Ascent. Can they pick it up? There's level 10 now. And this is going to be a really nice team fight for them. Zevel taking a huge amount of hits. No Ancestral available? Oh,
so
man,
close.
Has picked it up. That could have been a huge mess up if Mr. Tobacco didn't pick up Ancestral and...
Well, I was like, where's the water elemental? Where's the water elemental? Just throw down the water elemental. She just skilled it afterwards. Not quite on those hotkey muscle memories, I guess, but level 10 does come out first. We successfully defend or gank, I guess, depending on your vision there. 8-3, and it is actually going to be the leap from Sub. So Judgment, Leap, and that should be able to set up for not only Water Elemental, but the Starfall, and we have the Ancestral for one of those. In the back, Urar just getting destroyed over that wall.
Oh, but Emperor stuck on the other side of the gate. They're going to have to focus that down and allow him to get out. But meanwhile, Sub's in the middle of the backline with the leap, doing so much damage. Ryla going to go down. Oh my god, they have absolutely destroyed so many members here. Now, oh, wow.
Of course, if you don't stun the Whirlwind, or you don't leave a stun for the Whirlwind, the Leap Whirlwind combo, not only do you get the double healing from the Whirlwind, but it does a heck of a lot of damage. As you saw there, Subs, you got the Rhaegar Ancestral at the end of it. The full Whirlwind went off. He was basically the big body block from the rest of the team as they collapsed in. Level 12 to 10. There's comes, the Phoenix. Look at what a Nubarak has decided to go, though.
He went for Web Wrap.
Did. So
they have to get
the big target.
As much disengage as possible. Anybody who gets down into the back line, maybe go for the Rhaegar.
Oh, this isn't Blink Heal either.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. Emerald Wind.
Oh, me oh my.
They are so scared of that engage. Right wing healing is going to be
terrible.
To put it lightly, already look at the healing rolls. 17,000 for Rhaegar, 8,000 for Blink.
Yeah, there is something to be said again if you don't get those first pick supports. Boom! Bribing doesn't even get the chance to Emerald win out of that. Actually, she got stunned out of it in the big leap, and Tonran might be unstoppable, but he cannot clip through godlike mode, going all the way back to Duke Nukem on that one. But so the Blessed Shield, the Emerald Wind, the disengage comp is pretty huge here. I mean, they got the zone control with the Phoenix and that Web Blast, but with down already a talent tier, I mean, this is going from bad to worse.
Yeah, they were playing so incredibly well at the beginning of this game, but this is the issue with Right Wing now. Her scaling is very, very low, and her healing is even worse. And guess what? They have to pick up Emerald Wind instead of Blink Heal. Her healing has gone from worse to non-existent, basically. And this is going to be very difficult for them to actually sustain through anything. Now 8,000, almost 9,000 healing to 21,000 of Rhaegar right now.
Red Web Weaver is going to be coming out onto the field. Mr. Tobacco and crew cleaning up the push in the mid, but the boss is going to get a heck of a lot of damage on that top fort. The rest of everyone seem to be congregating more mid, more bottom. That talent tier advantage is coming out strong. It is going to be the spell shield from the Savannah, so she is sort of afraid of the Kael'thas collapse. Vala veritably with the strafe as well could actually get a lot of value out of it. But this is the second time we've seen Huntress's Fury again from Parakletos, and this time with that Fury, with the stuns and probably the true shot, Sonya is just going to start hitting like a truck.
Yeah, look at all those arrows hitting targets on that talent screen there. Oh man, that engagement.
The Judgment Leap Delete. Oh my.
That's a lot of damage I have to deal with. Tonran, oh my god, even a little bit too far forward. Even with that massive flame strike, not enough. And Emperor going straight on in through to the back line. There's a web wrap to try and keep somebody alive.
Emperor.
But it's just not going to happen.
Well,
it's not going to happen.
We're going to let the Web Weavers deal with the towers. We're going to go straight for that keep. The top is still doing a heavy push. Mid did get cleaned up, but still, that is a low fruit hanging fort there as well. I don't think we can quite go for core, but they're going to go with a two talent tier advantage to the second keep. And it is just melting like butter.
Yeah, there's
scary.
There's a two talent tier level advantage.
Two talent tiers. You don't get to see that. That is even better than the sweet spot. That is the super sweet spot right there.
That is the good game. We'll see you next time spot.
That's the Candy Cane Duridan playing in Candyland spot.
Yeah.
Oh, Sham 2, what are we seeing today?
This is the story of a team who cried a river.
I actually know the song you're referencing there.
There we go. Woo! Canada versus the US. We're not that different.
No.
But yeah, this is ridiculous. So they're about to hit 13. Their opponents, level 17.
And counting, yeah.
And counting.
Bruisers are out. The level 16 talents are actually pretty good. Nerves of Steel there as well. Sonya knows she needs that survivability. Rylith, oh, he didn't get hit by the owl, but you see the true shot there as well. Periclitos trying to get into range so that Subs can do that damage. A massive Emerald win, but it will be for naught.
Oh, they throw down the web wrap on Subs. They could have easily taken him out so quickly. He had so much damage about to go on the spot, but the web wrap was not really in conjunction with the rest of the team there, and they are able to pick up more and more structures here.
Zevil being a Jaina god into that bottom lane, just easily taking down that Kael'thas. The ice block coming in big, and we don't even need a judgment. We don't need no angel on our shoulder. We're just gonna go straight for this core as Tyrael will finally join the fray, and once more, it looks like a quick 2-0 advantage, as it does look like Ascent will once more be victorious and move on to the round of 32.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Caravan stops here. So our blue team will be out if the tournament is single elimination, even though it is a best of 3. But we're going to Ascent the bracket yet again here with our team Ascent from the red side. And they're going to go on with a 2-0 victory on here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Wow.
Wow. Yeah. This team is ridiculously strong. You know what? I'm going to call it right now. Actually, not. Before I do that, let's look at the brackets. Let's see who will they actually run into. So Team Ascent now into the round of now done with the round of 32 goes into 16. Fan Hots on YouTube or Pool Play-Doh Some Tangos. Both of those teams actually fairly established now in the amateur scene. Pool Play-Doh Some Tangos went all the way to top 8 in the last qualifiers. So if Ascent can beat them, they're going to be into top 8, which means that it will be them that we see next weekend for those ESL broadcasts in Burbank. And you know what? I'm going to call it. I think Ascent can actually go to top 8.
I don't know, man. That's...
Should we be like Jake and Kubi? Bet a bag of flips on it?
Oh, bag of flips? Oh, I'm so down for a flips bet. In fact,
I don't even know what flips are.
Really? Really?
Not here that I know of.
Oh, man. Your world. I will bring some to BlizzCon.
All right.
They are so good.
It's a deal, sir. But in terms of this, it will be Ascent now moving on to the round of 16. Not entirely too sure where we're going to shuffle off to, but congratulations to them on getting Battle.net credit to the team credit. And now, you know, if they can win one more, they're into that round of 8.